Welcome back! My name is ballerscuba. This is Video Games Over Time. We are still in 1981, and we're still in Ultima. We're going to continue basically where I last left off. I've done a little bit of work off screen. As you can see, the numbers surrounding my level 2 male dwarf fighter are a little bit higher than what they were before. Number one, I'm on to level 2 instead of level 1 like I was when we last left off. But I worked for about 15-20 minutes, not that long, just kind of going up and down that one dungeon, killing anything in my way in that first area, and then heading back up and getting hit points, experience, and coin. I did purchase food as well in the city of Paws. I only had to do that once. I'm trying not to over-level myself, make the game too easy. I have seen a couple people do that, but we'll have other ways of making my character stronger as we continue. But let's take a look at where I am now. I have 1,500 hit points, I have over 1,000 food, I have over 1,800 experience, and I have over 1,900 coins. As you can see on the stats menu, also known as the inventory menu, I have 2 copper pence, 4 silver pieces, and 19 gold crowns. You'll have to forgive me if I don't use their terminology all the time and I just refer to everything as coins, because that's how I think of it. With that said, I have lost a couple things. I lost my daggers. Those got stolen. I'm not entirely sure when. I'm not entirely sure by whom. It doesn't really matter. If it's like 95% of the people that could have stolen it, then they got what was coming to them. I'll just put it that way. Like I said in the previous video, there's still a lot in the manual that we need to discuss, and we're going to go through it kind of slowly here. We will start with castles and towns, the next section of the manual. So Saria is a land dotted with the castles of the nobility of the realm, and with numerous towns wherein the traveler might purchase supplies and provender. Towns and castles may be entered freely, but woe to the one who foolishly is apprehended in an act of thievery, for the public order is maintained here by burly guards who fear none. Each castle is held by a noble, the king of his particular region. Visit these local rulers, they have much to offer the adventurer. The castles are often built of stone and peopled with merchants, courtiers, guards, and fools. Beware of the jesters, for although they amuse, they may also deceive, because they're jesters and that's what they do. We'll continue reading some of this a little bit later. Let's move on for now. Let's actually get back into the game and see where I am. I'm at the city of Paws, for the record. Let's go ahead and enter it. We do have options for a little bit more here, and I do want to take advantage of a couple of those. We'll start by looking at the weapons, simply because they are available for me to purchase. I have not upgraded. I'm still on the axe, but Cold Steel Creations here does have better stuff for me. As you can see, I could upgrade to the sword, I can upgrade to the bow and arrows, and I can upgrade to the wand. I'm not going to do that right now because I believe that I can get something better pretty soon. So we're going to move on without purchasing any of that, and I'm going to show a little bit of a hidden thing about the game, a hidden mechanic, I should say, that is very useful. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that. Some people say it's a little overpowering. It is to some extent, but in this game, you never really feel overpowered as much as you feel like there's a grind, and being more powerful makes the grind feel lighter, so to speak. It doesn't feel as bad. So I'm okay with taking care of some of that. Let's go ahead and look at the armor shop, though. At the Hammer and Anvil, I do want to purchase something new here. They do have better stuff. They have the leather armor, which I'm on, which is the lowest thing that is possibly available for my character, right? It's level B, so to speak, and level A is nothing. It's skin, I believe they refer to it as. I could purchase the chainmail, I could purchase the plate mail, I could purchase the vacuum suit, which doesn't sound medieval at all, or I could purchase the reflect suit, which also doesn't sound all that medieval. I'm going to go for the reflect suit. After all, it is the best thing that I can get right now. There is a possibility that I will want to purchase a second one, but for now I think we're fine with just one. Let's go ahead and put that on. There we go. Reflect suit. It is now ready for me to go. All right, we'll also head over to the pub. We'll see if I can get a hint here. Now, I have to be careful because if it does pop up, it comes off very, very quickly. So let's see if I can get a hint here. Have a cold one, nothing. Have a cold one, nothing. All right, nothing so far. But we will take care of that at some point. I didn't say the name of the pub here. I should say the name of all the places. This is the Teaser's House, which doesn't help me all that much. And this is the Brown Bag. Sure, I'll purchase one. I'll make you happy. I'll purchase 10. Why not? I got money. Let's head over to the transportation shop. And here we can see a couple new things. There's an air car and a shuttle. Notice that we don't have access to the raft or the frigate here. That's because it's a landlocked city. This is Quality Transport Limited. I don't want to purchase anything right now. Not because I can't afford it, because I can, but because I don't need it right now. I'm going to go on foot for a little bit. But if you want to buy the horse or the cart or even the air car, if you think you can afford it, feel free to go for it. I probably can't afford the air car right now, but it's not going to help me all that much for the time being. So I'm going to avoid that. And we'll come back and get something eventually. All right, let's take a look at the Magical Emporium. This is Psychic Sam's Magical Emporium. We have Unlock and we have Ladder Up. As I said before, Unlock is a spell that will unlock chests for you at no risk to yourself. What happens normally is as you unlock chests, there's a chance that you will get 1 point of damage if there's a magic trap on it. I personally don't necessarily think it's worth the money to get the unlock spell because I'm already fine on hit points and 1 damage is not going to do all that much to me. Ladder Up is a much better spell. It will, get you out of a dungeon quicker, but dungeons aren't that important in this game. I know that doesn't sound right, but we'll talk about that more as we continue. All right, so did he steal from me? He did not steal from me. There was a chance that he stole my leather armor that time, but he did not. So we are good. Let's open up the stats menu just to make sure I don't lose any food. And we will talk about the next section of the manual, which is shops. The merchant class of Sosaria is the mainstay of the realm's economy. All manner of trade goods, foodstuffs, and in the handiwork of local artisans can be found in the town and the castle shops. An adequate supply of gold will help to equip the adventurer with everything from rations to the most esoteric of weapons. Some of the more common emporiums include Armory. The tailors of protective garments await your pleasure in the armories of Sosaria. The finest craftsmen in the realm will swiftly fit out the adventurer in a suit made of worked leather or metal. Price varies according to the level of protection offered by the suit of armor. Weapons. The workers of metal in Sosaria know no peer. From a simple carved mace, reinforced with good iron, to the most exquisitely crafted greatswords of tempered steel. The weapons found in the shops of the realm are truly works of art. 'Tis rumored that some of the arms one may find in the distant reaches of our land surpass belief. Transportation. Whilst one may travel throughout much of the realm afoot, there are alternate means of transport that make short journeys pass more quickly and longer journeys feasible where once such voyages seemed unattainable. Common modes of travel include the use of horses and of sea-going vessels. Uncommon modes of travel are also rumored to exist. Magic. A once forgotten discipline, the study of magic has enjoyed a renaissance since the coming of the evil mundane. Many hold the belief that sorcery is indeed needed to combat sorcery. The practitioner of the arcane arts can purchase the needed tools of the trade in various magic shops scattered throughout the realm. Food. None can live without sustenance. The food shops of Sosaria provide the local populace with fresh produce and meats, while the adventurer can find provisions therein that will last for weeks in the wilderness with no special care. pubs. The people of our land are not without a certain fondness for strong spirits and lively companionship. Most settlements are graced with public houses where a tankard of strong ale from the region of Trinsic or a flagon of the best Thelom mead may be had for but a few coins. Many of the people found in these taverns are quite friendly, and the ones serving the drinks are often fountains of wisdom and gossip. Basically talk to them and get rumors. But we do have more to talk about. We will get there. Let's move on for now. I think we have done enough reading for the time being. Let's head over to the dungeon. I just want to show this off kind of quickly. Because there's a couple things I didn't necessarily talk about with dungeons in this game. So let's head in. And I got hit immediately after walking in. That's not good. So the thing that I wanted to point out is that dungeons in this game are basically all the same. They, in this version, are random. They are randomly generated when you start the game. So I can't really give you a map for any of these dungeons because it is unique to my character. But in the original version, it was the same. A lot of people do recommend going to this dungeon, the dungeon of Montor, I believe it was, because there is a chest at the beginning or a coffin at the beginning, some sort of treasure at the beginning that will spawn pretty much every time. For our purposes, though, all the dungeons are basically... Let's exit and get back in. It's 36 hit points. Hooray. All the dungeons are essentially the same for us. The dungeon of Montor. There we go. Because the enemies are going to be the same. And they show up with the same kind of random frequency. There aren't harder dungeons than others, so to speak. They are all essentially just dungeons. So going to this one was a choice because it is close to a town and it was close to where I started. But other than that, there was no real purpose to me going to this particular dungeon. We'll talk more about dungeons, well, as we continue. So that's kind of dungeons. I kind of wanted to get that out of the way. We'll talk about some of the enemies that I was facing in there later. There was a skeleton. There was a giant rat. I think that was it that we saw this time. We'll talk about more of those as we continue, but I did want to take a break from reading the manual. There's a bestiary in the manual, and we'll talk about that at some point. For now, let's kind of head down here. We'll try to stay out of range of that guy. I think that's a dragon turtle, and he can attack from range, and I don't want to deal with that right now. I don't need to go back to town just yet. I want to go... Oh, there we go. Dragon turtle did attack and miss. All right, so I want to get a better weapon. The axe is not really holding up what I needed to do right now. So let's head in, and we're back into the Castle of Lord British. The castles are going to look very similar. The towns are going to look very similar. The names are going to be very similar of the people in town. But for now, we are going to avoid the jester and his talk of keys. What we are going to do is head to this pond right here. And I believe we transact with it? No. Hold on one second. Let me figure out what button it is to make this happen. I did not think of that before. It is D for drop. We're going to drop. We have an option to drop pence, weapon, or armor. We're going to drop pence. And what we're going to do is drop exactly 10. You need at least 10, but why would you spend more than 10? So we're going to drop 10 pence in here. Shazam! And what happened is that we got a weapon. It's random. Let's see what we got. I got a second axe. That's not going to help me all that much. Drop, pence, 10. I'm hitting the buttons a little too fast here. Shazam! We got an amulet. That's not what I want. So let's drop pence, and we'll drop 10. Once again, I'm hitting the buttons too fast for it to figure out. All right, let's see what we got this time. We got a triangle. Now, a triangle is not bad. And my understanding is that it increases the power of magic missile. It's a much better weapon than what we have, don't get me wrong. But I'm looking for something a little bit more for a dwarf fighter and something a little bit more powerful. I don't know how often I'm going to need to do this to get it. Like I said, it is random. I got a sword. Sword's not what I'm looking for either. I'm looking for stuff that you wouldn't expect to be in a... forget to hit pence every once in a while. Something that you wouldn't expect to be in a medieval game. But then again, I'm dropping stuff into a lake and hoping for the best. I got a pistol. Closer. We're getting there. I do want something with range. That is true. But I do want something... There's basically two things that I'm going to accept at this point. And those aren't them. Another axe. Took me a little bit to figure out what that was. But now that I have, tons of money for this, I don't mind kind of gambling my money away and hoping for something better. Because it doesn't feel like gambling. Great sword that time. Still not what I'm looking for. Drop pence. Drop 10. I haven't seen it normally take this long to get one of these two, but I'm not surprised that now that I'm recording that it does. Another great sword. Yeah, I know you have the key. That's not my concern right now. What do I have now? There's something good. We have the phaser. That is a weapon that you would not expect to be in a medieval game, yet there it is. So let's ready our phaser. As you can see, the order of the weapons goes, bare hands. We have the axe, which is better than the dagger, and I can't remember what C is. Then we have the sword. There was something in between the axe and the sword. I don't know. Then we have the great sword, something between the great sword and the amulet, then something between the amulet, two things between the amulet and the triangle, then the pistol, then something, then the phaser. The phaser is not the best weapon, but it's good enough for me. This is a drastic upgrade over what I had before. For the record, you can kind of deal with a lot of this stuff, and the pawns have magical properties, especially the one here in Lord British's castle. Let's drop pence, 100 pence into this bottom one here. Shazam, and what happened is, I believe I got more agility. I think that's what happened. No. Possibly. Should be paying more attention. So that's what you can get out of that one. If he steals from me, I have some good stuff. He didn't steal my pistol. That would have been the thing that he would have stole. All right, so then we can transact with you. Do not offer service. If you have not completed the king's quest at this point, do not offer service again. He will get mad and stick his guards on you. So we offer pence. And we're going to offer 200 pence. That sounds good. And he gives me 300 hit points. That's one of the beautiful things about the king, I guess. Stay away. Don't take my stuff. And if memory serves me right, we can also drop stuff in here. We'll drop 100 in here. Shazam. And I honestly don't know what I got. I honestly don't know. All right, we're going to move on. No, I got charisma. I think I got more charisma out of that. That's good for now. That is what I wanted to show off. Okay. Dragon Turtle attacked. But now I can attack back from here. 77 damage to him. 2 hits and down that thing goes. That would have taken me so much more before. Yeah, the phaser is very strong. Killed that giant squid in 1 attack. All right, so we have some work to do. Let's head back to the city of Paws, which is kind of up here. There we go. And I could purchase the transportation. That's not really where I need to be right now, though. So we will continue up. We'll go west a bit here. And we'll head to this castle right here. This is the castle of the Lost King. Now, the castle here has some stuff. You can see in the bottom right, there's an F and a W and an A. That's food, weapons, and armor. If you have a character that is capable of doing it, you can steal from there. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that. It's kind of difficult. But there's some things that are going on here. So we can see another princess. We can see guards kind of everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and get out and save, which is Q for quit. But it saves the game for you. It also costs 1 food to do that. Okay. We're going to want to avoid Guino the Jester. He's got the key. Actually, do I just want to take him on? I think I just want to take him on. Now, this is something that I wouldn't recommend unless you know what you're doing. And I vaguely know what I'm doing. So I know just enough to get myself into trouble. So let's kind of get in position. Attack to the right. Thou hast found a key. All right, what key do I have? Does it... Shouldn't it tell me? It should tell me what key I have. It's not telling me what key I have. All right, notice that the guards are on the move. And if we go this way... No, that's not what I meant to do. And attack him. All right, we're dealing a ton of damage, but he's not dying. Okay. We killed the guard, and then we leave, and then we come back in. And now everybody's fine. Like nothing happened. The Jester has the key. They're still not telling me which key. Let's try unlocking this. Thou hast not a key. They told me I had a key, and then maybe they didn't actually. I didn't actually get it. All right, let's attack. Thou hast found a key. I have to do it all in one go. I thought I could leave and come back. Oh, this is not good. All right, I think we can pull this off, though. Unlock. The door is open. All right, come with me, princess. All right, we're going to have to kill these guys. They got a ton of health. All right, we got one. We'll just keep attacking with the phaser. All right. Now let's go, princess. All right, so he can't make it from there, so we'll start attacking here. Having the range makes things a little bit easier right now. Okay, we killed the guard again. We have the princess. Her name's Cassandra, by the way. Her name's always Cassandra. So let's make it out. Thou hast saved the princess Cassandra, and I got myself 500 hit points. A ton of experience for that. And some gold as well. And I don't know, the things go too fast and I can't read it. But I got some stuff. And we can head back in. And if you want, you can do it again. I think once is enough, but I think I've proven my point. By the way, we're now level 3 because I got over 2,000 experience now. So, hooray, we made it to level 3 by rescuing a princess and doing things. And you can just keep on doing this over and over if you really want to level up this way. It works pretty well. As long as you don't lose like 500 hit points, then you're fine. All right, let's transact with this king here. We'll offer ourselves our service. Go now and kill a gelatinous cube. Do not return until that quest is done. All right, so now's the time to talk about dungeons. And let's read what we have in the manual for dungeons. Dungeons. Our land is an ancient one, where strange and wondrous beings once walked the earth and civilizations rose and fell. There are numerous underground labyrinths to be found throughout Caesarea, the handiwork of unspeakable creatures and unknown forces. These mazes have become the dwellings of many of the horrors unleashed by Mondain upon our poor land. Indeed, the lowest depths of some of these hellholes contain creatures that make even the staunchest warriors blanch and tremble. Yet these subterranean passages also contain caches of the ill-gotten gains of the predations of Mondain's minions. An intrepid adventurer can finance many an expedition with the spoils of a careful foray into the dungeons of Sosaria. Hearken to my words! The use of extreme caution is needed when exploring underground. The corridors of the dungeons are lined with the bones of explorers who overestimated their abilities. Alright, so that is that part done. What do we want to talk about next? Let me line that up. We'll talk about the Bestiary next. We'll give the little thing, the little blurb every time we encounter an enemy, kind of moving forward. All right, so I got myself a legitimate quest that I can do, so let's go ahead and do it. I might have to go back to town for this, actually. Let's do that. So let's head back to the city of Paws, which is right here. And we will enter in here. And I will purchase a second reflect suit. As long as this guy doesn't come and take my stuff, we're fine. Now, the reason that I purchased a second reflex suit is because the gelatinous cube is known to disintegrate yours. We talked about this a little bit during our Dungeons & Dragons videos, but we'll talk about it when we get there. It is an original creation by Gary Gygax of the gelatinous cube. He made a few, and there are oozes, a lot of them. All right, so there's a giant rat over there. Let's take a look at the Bestiary. We'll read the intro first. The Bestiary. The realm of Sosaria is populated by a variety of creatures, both natural and unnatural. The latter group hath been on the increase since the coming of the Evil One. Through the efforts of a posterity-minded few, a collection of names and descriptions of the more common beasts hath been compiled and may be perused herein. All right, rat. Giant rat. We're going to be seeing a lot of them. Giant rat. Rat, comma, giant. The underground passages of the realm are prowled by oversized rodents, the result of Mondain's necromancy and abundance of food on the form of victims of the Evil One's minions. The Sosarian giant rat is a vicious predator and should not be taken lightly. We'll see what I can do. Can I attack it from here? Attack. I did, and I killed it. Next up, we have a ranger. We'll let it get a little closer so you can see it. We saw the giant rat before. Ranger we haven't seen. We'll see a lot of these guys, though. Ranger, alas! Even the noble ranger, preserver of the woodlands and keeper of the forest, hath fallen under the sway of the dark Mondain. These matchless trailblazers long watched over the preserves of the Sosarian nobility, but as Mondain's treachery took hold, many of them forsook their old ways and became predators themselves. He who is pursued by a ranger must turn and make a stand, for once on a trail, a ranger will never give it up. Is it a Texas Ranger? All right. Dead. Yeah, the phaser and the range makes things a lot better. Oh, here is a thief. Now, this is a guy that might take all my stuff. And having the second reflect suit is bad because of this guy. But I'm trying to, show off a little bit. Plus, there's a chest here. All right, thief. Long before the coming of Mondain, the common cut purse was a plague to travelers in Sosaria. Lurking in alleyways, poised behind trees, and skulking in dungeon corridors, these villains are always ready to relieve innocent citizens of their valuables and their lives. 'Tis a service to your fellow Sosarian to exterminate a thief whenever possible. Don't feel bad about killing a human. Alright, killed him. So here's a chest. I have to hit U for unlock. And I found 7 copper, but I'm being attacked by a giant rat. There it is. There it goes. Okay. In here. Make sure I'm not being attacked. There's a giant rat. All right, there's a chest here. We'll try to get in that. And there you can see I set off a trap. It costs 1. It's not like it's not worth it. Where's the bat? Here's the bat. All right, new enemy. We have a bat. It's technically a giant bat. Although the Sassarian giant bat is but a dumb brute, this large cousin of the more common vampire bat found in other lands is indeed a menace to those unfortunate enough to disturb its subterranean slumber. The giant bat lives on a diet of animal blood and is not averse to feasting on adventurers. So we kill it. Which way? This way. Okay. Let's climb. Yes, climb down. All right, let's turn around, make sure everything's all right here. I don't see another thing. Oh, it's a ranger. There we go. You don't have to worry about, like, ammo for your gun. It's fine. Is this just a locked room? That is very possible. I might have to search those, but I'm hoping to avoid that. All right, let's see if I can find the way forward. I need to go down to level 3 in order to hopefully find my gelatinous cube. All right, what is the button to search? I'm clearly going to have to look that up. What is the button to search for things? C is cast. Inform and search. There we go. Let's hit I. Thou dost find nothing. There's got to be a way further. So maybe in here. Inform and search. They're not really letting me forward here. I don't like this. Did I go too far? I did. Okay, so where can I go forward here? There we go. There's the secret door. Jeez. That didn't help me, though. Do I have to try, like, several times? I don't think so. I thought that if it didn't work once, then it didn't work in this game. There's no enemies here, so I don't feel too bad about it. It should be this way somewhere. This way. Am I going to have to go to a different dungeon because I can't find it and it's not necessarily worth my time? Oh, I found a secret door and a ranger. Now we found a new enemy, a skeleton. It's a very nonchalant skeleton. Doesn't look too happy about this at all. Skeleton, the progeny of necromancers and undead liches. Skeletons are the animated corpses of dead warriors from which the flesh hath withered and fallen away. They fight tirelessly in an effort to carry out the bidding of their dark masters. So, we found the way. Eventually. Now there's a bat. So there's something else. There's a skeleton here. They sneak up on you sometimes. Alright. We made it in. Hooray. This way. Inform? Nothing. Okay, there doesn't seem to be anything this way. But we can go this way. Take out a bat and a thief. Skeleton and a thief. Alright, this is the way down. We'll open the coffin with O, as opposed to unlock the chest. Alright, let's drop down. K for climb. Climb down to the 3rd floor. Alright, and starting on the 3rd level, you are going to start to see these. These are lasers. They prevent you from going that way. If there's something on the other side, don't worry about it. It can't get through either. Unlock. Alright. Now, starting on this level. Where is it? Here it is, the gelatinous cube. Alright, I killed it. Did it take some of my stuff? It took the reflex suit that I was wearing because I couldn't figure out where he was. Gelatinous cube. Let's talk about him a bit. We didn't really see him other than the fact that, it didn't look like a passage there. Gelatinous cube. Called Dungeon Sweeper by some, the gelatinous cube is a subterranean dweller that roams corridors in search of food. Their bodies are composed of a clear, corrosive, jelly-like substance which renders them difficult to see, but they may sometimes be detected by the remnants of armor or debris contained within them. They are omnivores, digesting anything that they find after absorbing it into their massive bodies. Contact with the gelatinous cube hath ruined the armor of many a hardy warrior, including me. So let's ready the armor again. All right, so we are done here. Let's go ahead and climb, kill anything in my way. Yeah, having ranged weapons makes this a lot better. This way. Wasn't it this way? Am I turned around here? I think I am. That's all right. This way. Where's the way out? I swore it was out this way. It's not like I can't handle it. I still have 1,800 hit points. Everything's on the right. I thought they all led to the same spot. Where's my way out? I thought it was in this corridor here. Why? It was in this corridor. It shouldn't disappear on me. Where did it go? I am so lost right now. Okay, we'll try going this way. Okay, nothing here. And then here's nothing, right? This was... That was not the way. Yeah, right now they're not letting me go anywhere. I don't like this one bit. Right, and there's that again. Is it through a secret door again? Did the secret doors vanished? Did they go away? Is that what happened here? Oh, there we go. Skeleton, thief, bat, and there's the way out. So yes. Where is it? It's behind me. So yes, the secret doors vanish as soon as I go off the level. I didn't think that was the case. Nope. I've killed a lot of enemies here. Thief stole a couple of my axes. He died for his trouble, though. You can see I'm down quite a few weapons here, but they'll never take the one that I have equipped, so I'm okay with that, I guess. Are we good? They're still coming my way. Well, there's that. Thief stole my greatsword. Can I get out, please? Level 1 shouldn't have the most enemies, but it does right now. Snuck up behind me. So many enemies right now. There's a skeleton somewhere. And a thief. Okay, we got you. There's a new chest here. There's a bat here somewhere. Okay, 5 copper. Not necessarily worth it, but that's okay. Okay, let's get out of here. And I got 790 hit points for my journey. I mean, at the end of the day, I succeeded in what I wanted to do. I killed the gelatinous cube. That just was not fun towards the end. but we will move on somewhere, somehow. All right, let's get out of here, and we will go back to the castle where we killed a whole bunch of people and then offered our service afterwards. But we have killed the gelatinous cube. It even told us that we completed the quest, which we indeed did. So there we go. Ballerscuba, thou hast completed thy quest. For this I shall tell thee that it requires all 4 gems to launch a time machine. The king gives thee a red gem. What are you on about? What's a time machine? This is medieval Europe-ish, isn't it? Apparently, there's going to be a time machine and I need gems for it. And I have a red gem. Hooray. Okay. So let's go on to our next city. Let's go west of here. That is where we want to go, west. And I believe it is... Where is that? There it is. This should be the city we're looking for. This is the city of Yew. U-Y-E-W, as in the wood. Okay, let's see what we have available here. We'll take a look at the armor shop. Transact buy. There we go. Same stuff. This is Defense Specialties Unlimited. He's got a reflex suit. That's the highest stuff that he has, so we're going to leave that alone. Going to go ahead and buy more food because I can. 20. That's good. Now I'm up to 1,500 food again. I like 1,500. It's a good number for some reason. Let's talk to the weapons guy. He's got a wand. He's got the bow and arrow, but we have a phaser pistol. So we're good for now. We have lasers on our side. We don't need you. We'll buy from the transportation guy. And this guy's got some good stuff. He's got a horse, he's got a cart, he's got a raft, he's got a frigate, he's got an air car, and he's got a shuttle. Now, we saw the air car before. I'm going to go ahead and purchase that now. The air car is, once again, technology that you would not associate with medieval times. So let's go ahead and purchase that, and we will see what it looks like on the other side. I probably could have afforded the shuttle, but I didn't feel like getting that just yet. Okay, we're going to keep an eye on you. We'll see if we can get any hints from the pub. I'm going to keep trying. Have a cold one. This is Mary's Midway. If it does pop up, it's going to be quick. Thou hast best know that many lakes, and then I lost it. I think that they were talking about how many lakes have special properties, but I couldn't make it out in time. They all start with thou hast best know, for the record. So, there's that. All right, so let's see what I purchased. I got myself an air car. Let's board it. And as you can see, I can go on the water with it. It can't go into woods, but that's okay. We're fine. We're going to head up this way. And eventually we should see a dungeon. So we will get off our air car, which is X. For the record, before I do that, I was kind of hoping to encounter an enemy. Notice that our food's kind of going down at a slower speed as well. There's a button that we can press, and it's F for fire, and we can fire our lasers from the air car. It comes with lasers. We have a laser, but this thing also has one. All right, so we can go into this dungeon right here. This is the dungeon of Perennia. That's not what I want to do. I just want to attack. And we can just kind of see that everything is, very similar to what we saw in other dungeons. They're practically the same. I think this one, like most of the doors are even in the same spot. All right, well, we can get out of here. 22 hit points my way. Sure, I'll take it. So another dungeon, if you want to do more leveling up. I don't want to do that right now. Let's board the air car. And we will head east around here. We'll just follow the coastline. Just in case you couldn't afford an air car and only got a frigate. But what do we have here? Let's go on to this and hit E. Looks like a sign to me. That's what that looks like to me. Looks like a sign. So let's hit E for that. And we feel a strong magic surrounding you. And we've gained 3 agility. Yeah. Now, we can do this infinitely. That's the thing. But if we try to do it right now, you feel a strong magic protecting you, but there's no effect. You have to do another one. So if you can find 2 of them, you can go back and forth and just continually get stuff. And that's probably what we're going to do. But let's explore a little bit more. No, not enter board. They should be the same thing. Hey, dragon turtle. Let's attack it. Attack with the phaser. We'll fire our lasers. I'm not in range. One more. There we go. All right, down it finally goes. That took way too long. All right, let's exit out of here, head up and into this dungeon, which is the Unholy Hole. We'll just, take a quick look through it. Giant rat. Nothing else of note for now. Like I said, they're all pretty much the same. But, we'll take it for what it's worth. Let's head further east. Let's get back onto our ship. Yeah, I don't think I can really hit them. All right, let's kind of get away from them and then fire down. Am I not in range? Okay, I got you. Got you. And we're basically getting gold from them at this point. Well, coin. It's not always gold, but we'll take what we can get. Let's continue east. Yeah. And here is another island with one of these things on it. Another signpost. Let's enter this. You hear someone say, was it Tourist Scientia Magnopier? And we got 1 intelligence the first time. And it's permanent. Like, we actually get that. And we get more agility. So between the 2 of these, we can max out our stats. Bored. You knew what I meant. Okay, so let's head back this way. Exit. Over here. Enter. And we got 4 agility. Then we'll board. And go all the way over here. Exit. Enter. 1 intelligence. And we can keep doing that as long as we want. So I'm going to take care of that. I don't see any reason not to exploit this. It's so simple and easy to figure out and to do that I feel like it's intended. So we're going to keep on going back and forth. I'm going to max out both of these stats. I'm going to max out my agility, max out my intelligence, and I will meet you on the other side. But that is going to do it for this part of Video Games Over Time. That's going to do it for this part of Ultima. My name is ballerscuba. This has been Video Games Over Time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you laughed. I hope you learned. And I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching.